Hey, it's Jay from Jay's Tech and Tips coming to you from the future. Alright, so I put this at the beginning of the video because I did a lot of edits and I want to make sure that you all stick around to the end of the video or near the end. There's some very important information about this mic that you might want to see. Alright, so let's get into the video. Hey, Jay from Jay's Tech and Tips back with another video. So today we got an unboxing for you, a little small review. So what we're going to do is what we purchased today, or purchased the other day. We have the Lark. Let's see, get the name correctly. HOLLYLAND LARK A1. I wanted to be able to get something to record to get the sound a little bit better, so I went with this lavalier mic. Now, before we get into this unboxing, we'll go ahead and get into this unboxing now. So I got my trusty unboxing knife. This is the new one. If you've been following the channel, you'll know that I had to get a new knife. So this is the one, and I love it because it's green, goes with my aesthetics to my room. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed and see what comes in the package. And I keep all of my let me say it better. I try to keep all of my boxes. I don't know why, I just like to have my boxes. Okay, so that was fairly simple. Doesn't look too hard. Let's see. Okay, so there's a little piece. Always got to look around for that little piece. Okay, so we got that. So what we got so far. So what we have here, I have a little instruction manual right here. Never toss these, always keep these, because you never know when you're going to need them. I think this is pretty self-explanatory on how to hook it up, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going to take this and set it right there. Ooh, so they give you a nice little carrying pouch, which is really nice. Something's inside of here. Oh, just bubbles. Okay. So inside of the box, I'll let you see it. This is what we have. So first thing we have inside these little packages. Oh, little windscreen. It's kind of nice. I like that. A little windscreen there. I believe this is another one. Yeah, it is. So you get two windscreens. I'll put that one back in there. And here we got a charging cable. Type A, Type C charging cable. All right, and then here's your receiver. This goes into, I'm recording this, by the way, on my Galaxy S24 Ultra. Now, one of the reasons for you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, I have a video coming up probably later on this week. I think I'm going to go ahead and get an upgrade from the S24 to the S24 Ultra to the S26 Ultra. I'm going to go ahead and do the upgrade. And after looking at a few videos, this is off topic of this video, but I saw that there's really not any reason to upgrade from the 24 to the 26. And one of the things that you're going to be losing from the 24 to the 26 is the Bluetooth functionality of your S Pen. Not really sure if I want to do that, but how it's going to work is I'm going to give this phone to my girlfriend. She's coming from the Note 20. Yeah, a long time ago. So she's going to go from this phone, from her phone to my phone, and then I'm going to get the S26 Ultra. Okay, enough rant for that. So here's your receiver. Has your plug for your USB-C, and then this is where your USB other side for your charging cable right there. Okay, and then need the knife for this one. Okay, I don't like using that knife on up close to the products because I don't want to scratch them. So you get a nice little case in here. Now, yeah, this is a charging case. So this is a nice little charging case. This is where you plug your into here to charge your microphones. Okay, and it comes with two, just pretty good. It comes with two windscreens also. Okay, and then here's your microphone. So this will let you know how big it is. So it's really nice, non-intrusive. So let's see how this goes. Oh, so it is. It's a magnet. So a little magnet that goes back on here. Now, one thing about one of these is it kind of limits the places that you can place the microphone. More than likely, you'll place them on your shirt. Place them right here. Let's go ahead and do that. Pretty good right there. Now that's a good location. Check out one of my other videos where I go through and I think it's 5 different placements that you can place your mic. One of them, your glasses or your hat. Now with a magnet, with one of these like this, you won't be able to put them on your glasses or probably not your hat either. But this is one of the more ideal places than right here in the center of your chest. Right here is kind of one of your ideal places. But now besides that, let's see how this goes on there. Okay, and that's how it looks. So ideally, however, you want, this would be most ideal. This would be most ideal, okay? So what we're going to do is, here we're going to do a little test. So as I said, I'm recording this through my Galaxy S24 Ultra, which in Pro mode. Now in Pro mode, I think the sound is a little bit better. Usually, I won't even use the mic. I'll just use the mic that I'm using now, and you can see how this sounds. This has a pretty good noise reduction in it itself. But the reason that I went with this is because it's supposed to have pretty good noise reduction, and that's what I want for my recording in my studio. So what we're going to do first we're going to connect. Now I bought this. Here's a little cheap microphone that I bought. I forgot where I got it from, Temu or somewhere like that. Little cheap one. It sounded a little bit better than the recording right here. But I'll let you be the judge of that. So we're going to plug this one in. Now we're going to do all 3 of these, and then we're going to see which one sounds the best. Cheap mic, a little bit more expensive mic with the Lark A1, or just like this, natural with in Pro mode on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. So let me go ahead and plug this in, and I hope it doesn't stop my recording. Okay, yeah. So I was going to make sure that. Okay, so now this is with the inexpensive mic that I got off Temu. This is little mic, just so I could try to get a little bit more clarity, take some of the background noise away from the mic that I'm using on the phone. So this is how this one sounds. Okay, so I just wanted to get this out the way. So now let's go ahead and unplug this one. Hopefully, it doesn't stop my recording. Okay, so it didn't stop my recording. Now this is back the natural with the just with the phone's mic. Okay, so now let's plug in this new the HOLLYLAND LARK A1. Now let me make sure I didn't read the instructions. Yeah, there's a button right there. So I'm pretty sure it's simple to, hopefully it has, usually they ship these with charge. So I'm hoping that it has a little charge in it right now. So as you saw, I just unboxed it. So we're gonna plug this in, and then we're gonna see how simple it is to connect. So let me find out where if there's a light that goes on there. So how will I know that it's connected? Well, let's go. Let's see. Okay, back. So I don't think that was recording. So see, sometimes you don't know everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the instructions and see how to pair it. I thought it'd be simple enough to press the button on it for pairing, and it would work. Now I don't know if that means that it's not charged. Or I wasn't doing the buttons right. So let's get into the instructions. You guys will come there with me. Let's get in touch. Okay. HOLLYLAND HOLLYLAND quick guide. That's what I want. Okay. Where are the instructions? Connection. Okay. So that's just showing that supports that transmitter. Okay. So the transmitter. Pairing. Nah, it's not telling me anything. The receiver. It's not, it just got a lot of pictures, but it's not really explaining it to me. So let's see. Let me alright. Okay. Take this windscreen off for now, just so I can. Okay. So that's it right there. Disconnected. Pairing. So when it's blue, it's pairing. We're going to try to plug this back in. So if you don't hear me for a while, for a minute, it's because I'm trying to pair it. Okay. Try this again. Okay, so we're back, and I just paused the video and I came back. So to you, it's just like it took a couple seconds, but for me, it's been 45 minutes. A lot of YouTube, a lot of searching, a lot of frustration. I finally figured I could not get this. I could not get the microphones to charge. No matter what I did. I plugged them in. I thought it was the cable that it needed more power because I have a USB hub, but it's powered through my PC. So I thought, okay, maybe not enough power. So I went and got, I don't know what I did with it, an adapter. An adapter for the phone to plug this stupid cable directly into power. Okay, so I thought maybe that'll work. That didn't work. So I said, okay, well gosh, maybe it's that plug. So I went and got another one, a different one. Still couldn't get it to work. I tried everything. And granted, I've had these, let me get these out. I've had these before. So not these, but wireless lavalier mics. I've had them before. And the pairing was always something super simple. And I was like, gosh, why can't I get this? So here I am on YouTube, searching and searching and searching. Everyone's unboxing these, saying how great they are, blah, 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 blah. But no one's explaining. And I typed in, HOLLYLAND LARK A1s won't charge. Nothing. Still didn't get anything like that. No one. All it did was show people charging them. But didn't tell me why mine wouldn't charge. So next thing I thought, I was at the point where I was thinking, okay, maybe this little charging dock isn't something is broken. That's the next thing I thought, that maybe this charging dock was broken. Also in the instruction manual, it has there's a light. I don't know if you can see it right here. You can't see it because it's not there. Well, in the instruction manual, it says that when they're charging, that there should be a little light here that that's showing that they're charging. Well, unless I'm not seeing it, I don't see anything there that would indicate. Let me see on top. Make sure first. That would indicate that it was charging. So that had me upset. So I said, oh gosh, well, I don't want to send them back. I just got them. Don't want to send them back. They say these are pretty good. Then I come across a video, and I will leave a name. I will leave a, let me look at this up real quick. The guy's name is Marco, M-A-R-C-O, and his video is called HOLLYLAND LARK A1 Wireless Mini Mic USB-C Unboxing and Review. Okay, that's all it said. So wasn't even gonna click on this one because I said it's just gonna be somebody else unboxing it and showing how great they are and how they got them to work. But I did watch his video. I watched it all the way through. And at the 3:14 mark, around the 3:14 mark, he says something that no one else had said, at least that I could find. These stupid mics, if you look right there, they have tape on them. there's a piece of blue tape that's still stuck on there. That's why I couldn't get them to charge. Isn't that something? I mean, something so simple. I didn't think about it. And you really can't see it all that well. So I didn't even think about that. So, you know, if you've been watching since the beginning, I was saying usually these come charged. They always already come charged. So regardless of the fact that it had this tape on there, I assumed that these were already charged, had a little bit of charge in there so that I could at least get them connected and things. But nevertheless, so we're going to take this tape off of here. Because if you see it, let's put these back in here first so I can show you this. Okay, so now they're in there, and like that. And anything I press kept kind of do this. No lights turn on or anything else anything like that. Okay, so you see them. Now let's take the tape off. Let's see what we get. But it's still telling me that I may not be able. I still will have to charge these. So what I'll do is, if that's the case, I'm gonna pause the video. Then I'll come back. So we got the tape off. See, we got the tape off. Gonna break them before I even get to use them. Okay, now they're in there. Now let's plug in the USB. And this is and I know this one's good because this is a fast charger, a 45-watt fast charger that I use for my phone. So I know that this, and I plugged this into my phone to make sure that I was getting enough current through there. And it worked, of course it did. This works. So let's plug this into here and let's see if we get anything. There we go. Now you see that? They're red. So red is charging. If you look at the instruction manual, red means charging. So these didn't come with a charge. So that's something to be aware of. And I hope this video comes across a lot of you guys who got this. If YouTube, the algorithm pushes my video, because I didn't see another video explaining this. Put these in, let them charge. They don't come charged like a lot of wireless products do. They come with a little bit of charge in there, so you can at least set it up and test them. Everything you get, they do recommend that you fully charge before using and stuff. But who really does that though? If there's a little charge in there, you're anxious to get your product out, so you just go ahead and use it. But as you see, this is red, so we're gonna let these charge, and then I'll be back to finish off this video finally. Alrighty. So we're finally back, and if you're thinking that I know it seems quick, but it's not. It's been about an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, so what we did is we got these charged. Okay, I guess I can unplug them now. Okay, so we got the microphone. Well, it took about an hour and 20 minutes to get these all the way to go green. However, in between there, about 30-40 minutes. Now remember, this was the first charge, so it probably won't take that long, because if you leave these on a charger, like I have a USB dock on my desk, and I'll just leave them plugged in, so that'll be fine. But on your first charge, it's going to take a while. About 30-40 minutes in, the light was still red as it was charging. I'm like, wow, this is really taking a long time. So as soon as I took it off and then I plugged in the receiver, they came on. So you don't need to wait that long, but I guess it is advisable on your first charge to go ahead and let them charge all fully on your first charge. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll be silent for a little bit. I'm going to plug in the receiver, and then something that I noticed once they got charged, I got a notice on my screen that said pair with, I forgot what it said, whatever the name of these, Lark wireless mic, and then you hit yes, and then it's paired. So let's see if it's going to be that easy. And that's what it did before, so let's see if it's going to be that easy. So there will be silence for a minute, and then we'll come back. Okay. Well, not silence yet. Oh, here it is. Okay, I don't know what happened, if it was recording or not, but now it seems to be recording. Oh, I think there's a start record button and a fail. So I'm not quite sure where it went off at, but I can see that it's recording now. Okay, so what we're going to do is now I'm going to connect this to my shirt, and then I'm going to go over the manual really quick with you guys before we end this video and show you. Now, let me know down in the comments if you made it this far. Hey, I really appreciate it, you guys. Really appreciate you sticking with me, and I hope you learned something too. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect this. I'm going to try not to touch this button because a lot of the controls are on with the button here, on the button right there. So I'm going to try not to touch it. So we're going to, okay, we'll just leave it right there for now. You guys will let me know how this sounds. Okay, so one of the things that this does, it has noise cancellation, and I think this is one of the best features of this. Now, and I did doing some of my research on there and things, and this is what I came up with. Okay, so let me make sure. I'm going to get the manual. I'm not going to try to be a know-it-all and not get and have the manual out. Okay, so enable disable noise cancellation. So the button right here, you'll press the button one time to enable noise cancellation, and then when the noise cancellation comes on, this should turn green. Okay, so a test that I saw someone do, I stole it, so yes, I did, but for now, if you have this video, then it's me that made it. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to our empty water bottle. So we're going to take this empty water bottle and we're going to crush it. Okay, now that you see how that sounded, now we're going to enable noise cancellation. It should just be one press. Make sure that I'm pressing it. Yeah, it is green. I couldn't tell if it was green. Okay, now that the noise cancellation is on, let's do the same thing. Did you see the difference? Can you tell the difference in there? So the noise cancellation is really good on this mic. Okay, and then so the next buttons, if you want to pair it, press it 2 times to mute and unmute. We won't do that one because I explained it to you, so we won't do that one. But you press the button twice, boom, boom, to mute and unmute. Now, I will say that there is a little groove right there, but the groove is kind of hard to figure with your hand. So if you're not really, once you get used to it, I guess you can feel where the button is at, where you would press at. But like I said, when I'm using this, I'm pretty much going to have it right here probably most of the time. So then I'll be able to turn around and look at it. And a nice feature on here, press the button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, stop recording. Now I really like that one. So when I have the mic here, I can press the button 3 times and the recording will start. And that's really excellent. I really like that feature. I know a lot of other devices have a similar features like that, but I'm glad I got it on this one. So if you press and hold the button for 3 seconds, it's press and hold it for 3 seconds, it will turn the power on and off on the mic. It's pretty good to know. 6 seconds for pairing. Now I didn't have to do that because once I accepted it on my from the receiver on the phone, it gave me a message to accept the pairing. It was paired, so I didn't have to do that to pair it, which is excellent. But that's just what the instructions say. Now, the only reason I'm going over these instructions, you will have these instructions too if you purchase this. And by the way, speaking of purchasing it, I will leave my Amazon associate link down below if you want to go ahead and purchase one of these. Helps the channel out a lot, and it's greatly appreciated. That's how you turn it off and on. So kind of long video, guys, but thank you for sticking with me and working this out with me because we learned a lot today. Now, when I have this, if I didn't mention it before, I'm not sure if I did or not. On your guide, let's see. Yeah. So on this paper, you can see it. This one says that there is a charging, well, 1 second, let me see it. Yeah. So if you, let me see if I can get it to focus. it says case charging, and they have a little light right there. Well, actually on this one, this particular model, I don't know if there's a different one. Now, mine is a HOLLYLAND LARK A wireless lavalier microphone mini duo, USB-C version. So I'm not sure if there's a one that's exactly the same that's a little bit different, but this one does not come with this type of a case. Let me turn this around, get you one second. Yeah, right here. You can see that this button right here, this doesn't exist. This case isn't even the same. It doesn't have a flip over top. This is the case that comes with it. So you can actually go on to, and if you download the software, they give you a QR code. You can download it onto your phone, and you can download the manual onto your phone. On that one, I do believe that it shows this receiver, this charger on there. So that's something to keep aware of also, guys. But hey, as far as I'm concerned, this microphone is good quality. Now, I haven't did post-production yet, so I don't know how this is coming out, if it's coming out really loud, because like I said, on my meters, it does show that it's kind of peaking. So I'm not quite sure if this is loud or not, but you guys will let me know if you made it this far. Like I said, it's greatly appreciated. Lots of videos coming. I got my rebuilding my setup. The next video I will have will be a boom arm that I got for my mic that I didn't have before. That's going to be my next video. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.